But I did have one more topic today. I just want to briefly hit it. I'll have to come back to it later in the week. And that has to do with the polling. There is, you might have heard Maria Bartiromo ask someone this week on her show, why is Trump losing so badly? You have COVID-19, you have the leftist blue states locking things down, you have worse outcomes in the blue states because the left locked everything down. You have the riots, you have President Trump, the only one speaking up. I mean, the left is creating chaos all over this country. Left is creating chaos all over this country. So Bartiromo is saying, how could this be? How could Trump be losing in the polls? I will hit these, I'll have to dive into these polls again another day, maybe tomorrow. I will tell you that it is true. It is true. There are numerous polls showing that Joe Biden is up in swing states, the proverbially very, very important swing states. Numerous polls showing that. Numerous polls saying, whether it's by a small percentage point, on average, it's like 14 points. Some polls are saying. I put all these polls up at our website, americancommunitytalk.org. You can read them there and read the links yourselves. But the election, as it always does, is going to come down to a few swing states. And that's where everyone's going to have to focus their efforts on the swing states. But I tell you about these polls to say, I don't think at the end of the day that the American people always say that voters at the end of the day will vote their pocketbook. And that's pretty much true. They'll vote their wallet. They want to have economic freedom. They want to have abundance. They like the economy was doing so well before COVID came along. That's what they'll vote. But even more to the core, people will vote for their safety. If they watch the radical left in this country destroying cities, marching through Beverly Hills with just smashing of windows, theft, lawlessness. You see the Democrat mayors in the city ordering police to stand down. Let the rioting happen, let the looting happen, let the property destruction happen. America is not going to vote for that. America is not going to vote for that. And you have too many people paralyzed on the left, not willing to say this has to end. You can't even get the mayor in Seattle to take back her own city. She's been taken over. She's been invaded. And she keeps saying, yeah, we're getting serious. We're thinking about can't do a thing about it. And they're having violent crime occur. Someone's died of a shooting within that Chaz area. And she sits back and says, it's our summer of love. Maybe we'll try to take over. Can't do a thing. I do think people will vote their pocket. They do vote their pocketbook. I think more importantly, people will vote for safety. The left is telling you they don't care about your safety. They'll let the rioters riot. They will let America's history be destroyed. They will let this go on because to them, they think they are solidifying the radical left vote. I'll tell you one little anecdote. I can't go through all the polls. I'll have to do another day. But one little anecdote before I close the show. So I have a very long time friend, decades long friend. She lives in New York City. And she's a big lib. Lovely person, nice person, big lib. I mean, big Democrat liberal. And she grew up in Minnesota. And so she texted early this morning. We're going back and forth. Anyway, I just said, hey, how are you? And so she ended up saying, and I said, we're fine, beside all the craziness in this country, but we're fine. And how are you? And she responded, she said, yeah, all my friends, and believe me, all her friends are liberals. She said, all my friends are looking for some place to move. It's the main conversation. We can't live in New York City anymore. We can't live under this law list. And she says, in my home state, they want to defund the police. Can't go there either. Who knows? Maybe Texas. I'm just telling you, folks, that's not something she would put in her social media. That's not something she would put in her yard sign. But that thought around the country of watching how crazy the left is, no one willing to stand up for the average American, the right of private property and the right to live in security and the obvious need to have police. There's a lot of that below the surface. People don't want to tell pollsters. It's very trendy to tell pollsters, oh yeah, I don't like Trump either. Yeah, no one likes Trump. I don't like Trump. Sure, Biden. I think a lot of that's playing into this. I really do. But I raise a poll because I want to say between now and November, recognize the silencing of the left, the silencing the left has done to American culture, American society, the American political conversation is taking its toll in thousands of ways. People don't speak up when they hear things that are wrong. People don't challenge other people when they're wrong. People don't want to put yard signs out. My friend in New York does not want to tell in a public way that she's disgusted with the way the New York City government is handling the Black Lives Matter riots. She's disgusted. She can't get out of where she's living. And those people are simply, they may not like Trump. In fact, I will, Matt, there was a really quick last two clips, or just tweets. One was from President Trump. He's responding to all this polling, saying it was really, really bad. Here's Trump's tweet. Sorry to inform the do-nothing Democrats, but I'm getting very good internal polling numbers. Just like 2016, the New York Times polls are fake. The Fox News polls are a joke. Do you think they'll apologize to me and their subscribers again when I win? People want law, order, and safety. And the other tweet, a woman, this is a random person, but she tweets, I'm going to tell you a secret. It doesn't matter if you like Trump. You'll never meet him or speak to him. You can mute him on here. I don't like him. I've yet to vote for him, but I will this year because the alternative is frightening. That, my friend, summarizes the mindset of millions and millions of Americans who are just not about to let the left destroy our country and watch the left respond by saying nothing except encouraging Black Lives Matter. Americans are not going to vote for that, but it's very, very important for conservatives in this country, for conservatives to get bold, to speak up, to defend Trump in the times when you agree with him. You don't have to defend things you don't like, but defend his agenda, defend the direction of our country, defend the protection of statues, defend the protection of the border, defend the ideas of America. They have to become more acceptable in the American political conversation.